Hey guys, Steven here from Airsoft Tech, and today I have a review for you guys and a update. The update is that Wednesday Wreckage will not be every other Wednesday, and there will not be a video posted every other Wednesday, because quite a few people have been messaging me on YouTube saying that if you shoot at cool things in your damage tests of the guns you review, because I do the accuracy test and the damage test in my reviews usually, and if I shoot at something cool in the damage test, they said you could just do that, you could just use that for Wednesday Wreckage. And I thought that was a really good idea, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. There will not be a video dedicated just to Wednesday Wreckage. I will be including Wednesday Wreckage and the objects I'll be shooting at in my reviews and in my damage tests. And you guys can still leave me suggestions of what I should shoot at. I'll give you a shout out when I do the damage test, so don't worry, I will keep doing shout outs. But that's pretty much it. That's the update about Wednesday Wreckage. But anyways, back to the review. Today I'll be reviewing the JG AK47 with the integrated RIS rail system, and I got this from AirsoftStation.com for about $115, I believe. So after the review, if you're interested in purchasing it, there will be a link in the description to AirsoftStation.com where you could purchase this really nice weapon for a great price. So for $115, I think it's well worth it. So without further ado, why don't I show you guys what comes in the box when you get it. Okay guys, so the first thing you'll get is a manual for the AK47 and for the 47S. So you get two manuals, and they're pretty good manuals, and they're in a plastic baggie. So, pretty good manual. You will also get a 600 round waffle style AK magazine. You also get a really long cleaning slash unjamming rod. You will get a butterfly wind-up key for your magazine. You will get a sling. You will get a large type 8.4 volt battery. You will also get a charger for your 8.4 volt battery. You will get a plastic foldable foregrip, which is actually mounted on my custom KWA M4, but it is a very nice foregrip. And lastly, you get the gun itself. So now why don't we get into the full review. Alright guys, so now on to the actual review. Why don't we start from the back and work our way up to the front. So, starting from the back, we do have our full stock, which is rubberized. It is not like cheap old plastic. It has a really nice finish to it. It's I think it's pretty nice in my opinion. It's way better than just those cheap little plastic, really like shiny. You guys know what they you know, like some guns just look cheap. This doesn't. This looks absolutely fantastic. But anyways, moving on, you do have your butt plate over here, which is metal. All you have to do is slide that down, and the cap will, or the plate will come off, and this is where your 8.4 volt battery, your large type battery, will be stored. So you just slide it off, put your battery in, connect the wires, slide the plate back on, and you're good to go. Very easy, and again, the stock is absolutely fantastic. But anyways, moving on, we do have our upper and lower receiver. Our upper receiver is metal, as well as our lower receiver, and on the lower receiver, or in the mid, or in the middle, we do have our fire selector switch, which is metal. All you have to do is push down once for full auto, push down a second time, and you have semi-automatic. And if your fire selector switch ever gets loose on you, which I guarantee you it will, all you have to do is actually take this little metal button thing off the fire selector switch, and you can actually tighten it. There's a Phillips screw in there. You just have to tighten it up, and your fire selector switch will be, as you tighten the screw, the fire selector switch will be tightened. So, anyways, moving on, you do have a really nice motor grip. You have a full metal trigger guard and trigger. You have a plastic, it's not metal, it's plastic, mag release button, as well as your plastic waffle style 600 round high cap magazine. And if you can see, let me move the camera a little bit, all the way at the bottom there is a little hole. All you have to do is put your butterfly key in there, which is one of the objects that came with the gun, and you just wind it up, and it's just another way to wind up all the BBs in your magazine. Nothing special. But now back to the receivers. You do have a warning sticker, which I haven't taken off, and you have your hop up. You just pull back the charging handle, if you want to call that. You pull back this, and this is a hop up. If you go all the way back, that means it's less hop up, obviously. All the way up means more hop up. It has a pretty nice click to it. So pretty nice feature. And also moving on, we do have a adjustable rear iron sight, and I'm gonna take the camera off the stand really quickly because it actually has numbers on the actual sight. So let me get my camera to focus, if it will. Just like that. So you can see there's a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what you do is practically just push in these two sides, and it will go up and it will raise the actual sight itself. So pretty nice. Standard iron sights for an AK. Nothing special. Let me focus back in. Anyways, moving on. We do have now our integrated RIS rail system. It is plastic. It is not metal. If it was metal, I think it would look pretty nice, but it's plastic. But it's still nice how they include the rails. You have rails on this side, the bottom, as well as the top and the other side. And if you're wondering where the screw is to this, it is actually right here. I accidentally unscrewed it really quick to look at something, and I forgot to screw it back in. But the cool thing about it is that you can actually unscrew the side rails, so you can replace them with something else, or pretty much anything, any other rails you like. So that's a pretty nice feature. All you need is an Allen wrench, and you can unscrew it. But moving on with the gun, near the end of the gun, you do have your full metal outer barrel and your front metal iron sight, and then lastly your orange tip, which can be removed, which will reveal 14mm threads. So that's pretty much it for the review, guys. There's really nothing else on the other side. There really aren't any trademarks on this gun. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. There really aren't any trademarks on the gun. So on the other side, it's pretty bland. There's really nothing going on. Everything's on this side of the gun. So now, why don't we get to the accuracy and damage test? Alright guys, so now on to the accuracy test. I'm going to be shooting at 3 spots. That will be 50 feet, 100 feet, and 125 feet. And the BBs I'll be using are .20s, and the FPS is set to be 410, but it's really around 360 to 380 FPS. And I'm gonna be using the 8.4 volt battery that came with the gun. This gun can take a 9.6 volt, so you can upgrade the battery. But for this test, I'm just gonna use the battery that came with the gun. So let's go back to the first spot, which is around 50 feet, and let's start shooting it up. Alright guys, at 50 feet, you're definitely not going to have any problem reaching your target. As I can already see, I hope you guys can see. If you can't, don't worry, I'll show the box at the end. I already have a bunch of bullseyes and pretty good groupings. So let's go back to 100 feet and see what it can do there. Alright, 100 feet, still hitting the target perfectly. This thing is so accurate, and this is just using the iron sights that came on the gun. I'm actually really liking the results of this AK47. So let's go back to the final target, which is around 125 feet, and see how it performs. Alright guys, so at 125 feet, you're still reaching the target. I'm pretty sure the BBs are even still going through the box, but they are starting to drop quite a bit, and they're starting to go all over the place. As you can see, the BBs have gone even below the target, all down here, even into the orange part, and they're pretty much just all spread out, but still reaching the target, and this is probably, I would say, a head to shoulder lengthwise, not widthwise, because your shoulders are wide, but probably your head to your shoulder length, probably target. So the target really isn't that big, and this is pretty good groupings in my opinion. But anyways, now let's go to the damage test. Alright, so now for the damage test. We haven't shot this yet in any Wednesday wreckage or in anything of my videos. Let's shoot a banana. Never shot at it ever. Just came to my mind. I don't know why I haven't, just for fun. But I am now. Can't wait to see what happens. So let's go back. Probably this is a pretty mushy object. So let's go back at around 25 feet. So let me get my gun and see what the AK can do. Well, guys, there's no more banana, and I officially shredded it. It actually fell through. So let me pick it up really quick. Oh, my hand's completely covered in banana. Here it is. Got it. Oh, that's super gross. So here it is. I completely made like a banana smoothie out of it. Look at that. That is just absolutely disgusting. It's like, wow. It's crazy though. So, no more banana. So, I hope you guys like my review of the JG AK47. And again, guys, please like my videos. It really shows me that you guys like watching them. And also, again, give me ideas for future things to shoot at in my damage test, and I will give you guys shout-outs. So, that's pretty much it for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember, there'll be a link in the description where you can buy the gun for around $115 from AirsoftStation.com. So, without further ado, thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And remember, please click that subscribe button. It really does help. See you guys next time.